Hey everyone, Bitter Steve here, and today we're showcasing a punch I designed for the Spiribam Home Bartender Competition, what I'm calling Elcano Punch, using rum, infused sake, and tea. It's delicious. Let's start with the two ingredients that will take some time, a citrus essential syrup and the infused sake. I'm using 1 cup of sugar and the peels of 4 limes and 1 orange to make a 2-hour oleo saccharum, which I will then turn into a 1-to-1 essential syrup using 1 cup of the lime juice. Not orange, just eat the orange. It prevents scurvy. Now, this is double what the recipe calls for, and I may make 2 different versions of this punch. Let's make the other infusion, Shiso Sake. I'm using a dry sake, Drunken Whale, and I'm going to throw about 2 cups into my ISI Whip with a stack of Shiso Leaves. Okay, that ISI Whip was refusing to hold a charge. Thank God I've got a spare. This is way more than the recipe needs, and I want some extra to experiment with, or maybe just drink on its own. So what is this doing? The nitrous is applying a huge amount of pressure inside the canister, which is forcing the sake into the leaves, and it's going to steal all the flavor from the inside. When we release the pressure before straining, the sake is forced out of the leaves, taking the flavor with it. You can do this in the fridge, maybe a 24-hour infusion or sous vide at 130 degrees for a few hours, but this is way more effective. Don't use excessive heat on Shiso Leaves. And we all know that the sugar is drawing the oil out of the lime and orange peels, infusing an amazing citrus flavor. And I guess we can make the tea now too. 3 cups of water, 2 black tea bags, and 1 hibiscus tea. I'm putting all this together because I'm making double, and you may want to make separate teas for a single batch. Just in case you've got too much liquid in there, find a safe way to depressurize your ISI Whip. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's delicious. Here's our specs, and I'm just going to batch this all together. So, why is this an unofficial entry? Well, Spiribam put a few conditions on entry that I just don't abide by. And one of them is that I have to be willing to go to Miami for the competition. Not gonna happen. I just finished watching Dexter, and wow, there are way too many serial killers in Miami. New bottle design. This is the second batch, and this one's getting clarified, so I switched out the good rum for something a little bit less expensive, the Worthy Park 109. I also replaced the Creole Shrub with the Mahina Cocoa. Everything else is going to be the same, but I'm going to clarify it first and then add the sake and the Mahina Cocoa because they don't need to be clarified. If you need to know about clarification, I'll leave a link to my semi-definitive guide to milk clarification in the description below. Wow, look how beautiful this is. But now I need to add in the Mahina Cocoa and the Shiso Sake. So what does the Shiso Sake taste like? It's like a mild wheatgrass with a hint of stone fruit. Probably goes really well with plum. Wow. There's something so silky and velvety about a milk punch, and usually there's a huge similarity between them all. But when you add the clear ingredients back in after the clarification, and you use a high ester rum, it creates something absolutely magical. The Shiso plays well with the coconut and the hibiscus, which normally would be pretty pronounced. It's just a whisper in the background. This punch is like the opposite. Everything subdued in the clarified version just pops out at you. Delicious rum, and the Shiso becomes a background note that ties it all together. So what's the real reason I'm not entering this contest? There you have it. 2 great punch recipes that definitely won my contest. I'll see you guys in the next video.